You really can't make this up. Hamas, the terror group that invaded Israel and massacred 1,200 Israelis, torturing, raping, and mutilating them, and then kidnapped a further 251 more, have accused Israel of blackmail for stopping the supply of electricity and humanitarian aid to Hamas-run Gaza. Now, Hamas have spent billions of dollars of international aid and turned Gaza into a giant infrastructure of terror. They built underground tunnels for their armed fighters. They built missile launchers aimed at Israeli civilians. They've taught children to hate and trained them to kill, yet they are claiming to be victims of injustice. In what crazy world can this ever make sense? Let's also not forget the horrific hostage deal, which was not so much a deal as an extortion, where innocent lives, men, women, and children, were bartered for terrorists. Israel was forced to release thousands of terrorists just to get a handful of innocent people, many of them tortured, starved, and barely alive. The world saw these weekly twisted reality shows play out on our television screens, where hostages looking like broken human beings were released to the Red Cross Uber service, while Hamas and its supporters celebrated in the streets. And still, Hamas threatened to execute more hostages while claiming they are being coerced. This is beyond hypocrisy. It's psychological warfare. Now let's talk about the UN's response. UN Special Rapporteur Francesca Albanese accused Israel of committing genocide simply for cutting off power to Hamas-controlled Gaza. She even had a little genocide alert symbol on her post on X. Meanwhile, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres insists that aid must flow without impediment into Gaza, completely ignoring the evidence that Hamas steals it. But here's where it gets really interesting. Just last month, the UN itself stopped all humanitarian aid to Yemen because Houthi rebels kidnapped UN personnel. That's right. When their people were taken hostage, the UN took action. But when Israeli civilians are kidnapped, the rules magically change. So, are Jewish lives worth less? Now, contrary to what is often said in the media by some international leaders, humanitarian aid isn't an unconditional right. The Geneva Convention, a series of protocols that govern conflict, stipulates certain conditions have to be met in order for humanitarian aid to be delivered, including that the aid has to reach civilians, not enemy forces. The aid can also not help the enemy's military efforts. Now, since Hamas routinely steals aid, Israel is legally justified in stopping it. Yet the UN ignores these facts. It twists international law and holds Israel to impossible standards. But ultimately, this isn't just about a failure of truth, logic, and international law. It's about a moral failure too. The UN and international bodies are deliberately distorting facts to demonize Israel, a liberal democracy, while giving Hamas, a brutal terrorist organization, a free pass. So let's call it for what it is: blatant hypocrisy.